Hello there everyone, this is Mark 3 and welcome back to Armoured to the Core on Avorion, where I try to reach the core of Avorion without using any shields or any supporting capital ships at all, so good times, and it's tricky in some ways, so I am actually enjoying it. I'd like to start off with an... Oh, should I grab that? Not really, it's not one I'm especially interested in. Don't want the others. Okay. So I'm going to start off with an apology for a lack of Avorion episodes last week. It was not a case of I'm dropping the series in any way, shape or form. It's just that... Ooh, independent targeting. Grab that. It's a case that last week I was just a complete mess. And I was sick, I was depressed, couldn't do much, and my computer was also tied up as well, which precluded any real big recording efforts too. So it was like very much an off week, and I needed to kind of focus on getting better and being able to do things in general. So things like that. And that's why a lot of episodes of videos and things last week were just not happening, and there was a general lack of content going on. Still, I managed my... Oop, there's an asteroid there, watch out. Yeah. That's why that was happening, and why there wasn't really any Avorion last week. Or From the Depths, or most other series. It was mostly... Already? It was mostly just Northgard and... Oxygen not included, actually, last week. There was a little bit of From the Depths as well. Anyway, what am I going to try and do in this video? I'm going to actually try and... Am I going to hit that? Yes, I am! Full speed! Oh. Flipping brakes. This episode, I'm going to try and find Boss Swocks again. So, Boss Swocks, that elusive cur, I'm going to try and bring him to justice. And I'm going to keep on looking for some more Zotan artifact leads and things like that. But at least between videos, I have actually done some upgrading on my ship. And I have a whole bunch of warp drive system upgrades now, which reduce the cooldown of my jump drive. So this will go a lot more smoothly. 107 seconds instead of like 250 odd. So there's a massive reduction right there. And something else I'll be trying to look into is I'm trying to upgrade my firepower as well, because I've got a bunch of auto-tracking chain guns, but they are not all that powerful, so I want some more. And that's why you saw me just buying some from that equipment dock. Though if I can find the stations with the materials I need, I might consider just custom ordering a few. Because there are some stations around here which I can custom order automatic chain guns which have about 100 DPS on them. So, you know, things like that. Also, slight change here that's coming with the recent patch is these resources and things don't appear top left of the screen anymore, so they're not just up there all the time. They only appear when you've got a menu open, so that's nice. It unclutters the screen a little bit. So let's go ahead and start throwing in modules, shall we? Do I have any good ones? I can just throw in all my shield modules. I'm never going to use these, but you know, I collect them because they're cheap, and I can condense them towards getting something better later on, or maybe using them for the Avorion artifacts for science. That's also a potential thing. But if they're a few thousand each, I might as well just grab them and put them to use, you know? Let's throw a shield module into that. Yep, we need that. Okay. And I'll be back in a few seconds when I've finished condensing things and I start to set out on my grand exploration journey for the second time. Just need to keep on doing this stuff. Oh, and also, in case you noticed, I have done some trading. I've got... well, I had 2 million roughly when I started the episode, but then I probably spent a bunch of it. So yes, I have got some casual resources on hand that I can use for stuff. Okay, I've been browsing around the stations in this area looking for the parts, and apparently I don't quite have what I need to go custom ordering the chain guns that I was looking for. Which is a shame, but there you go. It can't be helped now, can it? I've never really had much luck exploring systems, to be quite honest, so that kind of repeats the theme right here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to... I think it's just that one over there, isn't it? No, this one's not very good either. It's minus energy, but it doesn't do a cooldown, so I'm going to pull that one off, since that one gives me a jump range boost. And then I'm going to install one of my deep scan modules. There we go, +5 +7, so I can avoid habitated space. And then it's time to begin my random jumping among the stars. Let's go here. Yeah, this is good. Let's just go over here and start looking for the great and almighty boss Swocks. Because yes, the time for pirate hunting has arrived. Well, isn't this nice? I've just come across a friendly mobile equipment merchant in my wanderings. And he's actually one of those rare individuals that has some modules that I'm specifically after. Which is actually a very lovely thing. And he is so much smaller than me. That's so cute, isn't it? Anyway, what he's got is these object detectors. I am specifically looking for those. Also some turret control modules, always nice. And then I'll just snap up those two because they're cheap, and yeah. And that's not one of that I need in particular, so yeah, that's it really. Don't need much else from you, good sir. Thank you for all of that. I am tempted to go for these turret control systems though, but they are 375,000 each. No, I'll skip those. Anyway, let's keep on rolling. I just reconfigured my ship's weapon systems, by the way. I thought you might like to know that. So, right now I am equipped with a total of 9 combat systems. 2 of them are under my direct control. It's a pair of machine gun turrets on the top right here. Like that. And then, stuttered around the ship is all the rest of them under Fire Group 2. So I've got some on the back here, I've got some on the front. I've got some here, there and everywhere. And those are automatic combat for anything that wanders too close. So that's basically what I've done with the combat setup, like I said, I think a few videos ago. Also, I'd like to mention that I am not actually on the... let's go here because it's empty. I'm not on the beta branch anymore because of that update that came out last week. I am now on the main branch once again. And honestly, I've not noticed any real difference in how my ship handles. It still behaves very much like a brick. And that's the way it is. Word Osiris, you are a brick in space with a small slopey bit on top. That describes you pretty accurately, I think. I really should get back to building your armour out, shouldn't I? Yeah, that would probably be helpful. Also, you need more brakes. More brakes will be good. Honestly, this is getting a little bit silly. I have been jumping and jumping and jumping and just adding bits and bits of armour while waiting for the jump giants to charge. That's basically all I've been doing. As you can see from the expanding shape of the Word Osiris. I think that's looking very nice, actually. I'm happy with the way this is going. But there's still no sign of boss Swocks, and I've burned through pretty much all of the iron and titanium I had, so I don't know what's going on. I must be doing something horribly wrong. I mean, last episode I was bouncing all the way around here. This episode I've been bouncing all the way around here without hitting any mass zones whatsoever, and there's still no sign of him. And I've been searching online, and I'm pretty sure I'm in the correct distance range as well, so colour me very confused / unimpressed, because I have no idea at all what is going on. I mean, I'm 380, 120, so yeah, I should be in the right place. And all these dots show where I've been, and there's no boss Swocks. At this rate, I'm going to abandon doing this and start doing something else, and maybe come back and try and find him later, because he's supposed to be the early boss, but I just can't find him. I wish there was some more reliable way to track down an elusive boss like this, but randomly moving around just seems to be the way to do it. But I can't deny it is incredibly tedious trying to search for him and just failing and having nothing else to do in the meantime. Also, look how quickly my craft can roll now. It is such an athletic creature, isn't it? And I don't have the materials to install the thrusters to fix that, because I've just used them all. Well, after due consideration, I have decided to realign my drives. I was going over here, now I'm going down here, because I just received a distress call about a pirate attack over here. Maybe I'll find him here, but if not, at least I'll find something to shoot at. And so something to relieve my frustrations about not being able to find their boss. If there's no boss Swocks at that, then I am, quite frankly, going to go and start gathering materials and actually playing the game again, because this is getting ridiculous and it is getting not fun. And I record games for fun, not because of just watching space go by and looking pretty. Yeah, there is literally nothing I can do. So that's my plan. I'm going to answer the distress call and then do something else if Boss Swocks doesn't show his pretty little face. Roll on combat. Roll on actual gameplay. Yeah, this is pretty much what I've been doing for a while. Just thought I'd share the wonder with you. Just cruising around through space doing nothing. Oh well, at least the gas clouds and nebulae are pretty, so there is that. And it looks like this is a kind of trident shape at the moment, I think. I'm not entirely sure what I'd describe the Wurgosiris as right now. Besides being horribly expensive. That reminds me, have I actually insured this ship yet? I don't think I have. Let's check my insurance plan. I have not, and it's worth a couple of million. So, I should probably look into doing that and insuring this craft. Actually, a couple of million. I was looking at the insurance price. It's worth over 7. Yeah, I should definitely insure this thing. And here we go. We have a group of salesmen under attack by a group of pirates. Regular pirates. No sign of a Mr. Boss Swocks at all. So, okay, let's get my auto guns operational and start shooting. Because there's... Yes, gameplay! I have gameplay now. Huzzah! I cannot believe it. I am actually doing something. But that said, the pirates are really weak here, so, you know, the auto guns can easily take care of them. But that said, I am actually losing the salesman, so perhaps I should focus on that instead. Down we go. Never fear, little friends. I am here to save you. Here I come. Just flinging bullets all over the place, that's me. And the pirates can't do a thing about it. Oh, that was interesting, actually. The rear guns were not firing, but the front guns were. Previously, it was a case of all of the guns on the craft were firing as soon as it thought a target was within a set distance of the home craft itself, but I think my turrets are actually holding fire. Yeah, it looks like they are. They are holding fire. This is excellent. I didn't know this change had come in. But the guns seem to be checking the range from the individual turrets rather than from the ship as a whole, and that is, if it's true, an incredibly welcome change indeed. Because yeah, they're only firing on stuff that's close enough. Also, bullets flying everywhere. I always like a spectacle like that. And the poor pirates. I don't think they reckoned on this when they were attacking these merchants. I can just sit here and just blast them all with impunity. I really need better guns though. This is still taking too long, I think. Yeah, I mean, look at this. I'm hitting for like 1 to 4 damage on most of my guns because they're just that weak. I do, however, love the rate of fire, and someone just blew up. I think it was one of the merchants. Oh dear. Yeah, I should probably take a bit more active hand in this again. Manual guns online and firing. Just helping out a bit, you know? Or trying to, at least. Because these things are slow projectiles, so I really suck at aiming them at a distance. There we go. That's another one dead, and another one dead. And the auto guns are just going to polish off everyone else, basically. Still, I do feel much better for having swatted these pirates. That is a very good thing indeed. And a ridiculous thing, the self-defense achievement just popped. Apparently I have just killed my 5th pirate. Yeah, that seems to be slightly out of date. Oh well. Man, this guy is actually taking ages to die. I am slightly embarrassed for myself and the Wurge Osiris. This guy is taking a serious age to die. I need better guns. And apparently a fighter just blew up. Lovely. I was trying to avoid that, and oh dear, here comes some aliens. Oh, this is... Oh well, more stuff to fight. That's fine, actually. Let's call back my fighters, since apparently they are a bit vulnerable. And let's go and deal with this new menace. And another fighter just detonated. And there goes that pirate. Finally. Thank you. Have a reward. Ooh, 10,000 credits. Thank you so much. That is much appreciated. And apparently there's a rare module over there, actually. No, it's a rare... That is a rare... I think it's a titanium salvage laser. I say, every little helps. I've been watching very carefully, and I am 99% sure my thoughts on the turrets is correct, that they have actually been updated. I've not seen any of my turrets engaging a target which is outside their maximum range. Oh, hello, another exceptional module. Okay, let's go and collect that. While my ship just happily shoots all of the things. Yeah. I really need to start improving the maneuverability as well as just generally updating the hull on this thing. It's in a really sluggish stage of its life cycle right now, I think. That's probably the best way to describe it. I kind of feel sorry for these little aliens. They're just sitting there getting pecked to pieces. Death by 1,000 paper cuts. That kind of thing. Gotta admit though, I do still like how this looks. Very much so. Someday I will kill them. It's just not right now, apparently. Oh, never mind. One of them just died. Sure. Okay. Well, darn. And I was so excited too. I just did the final test to make sure that I was right about the turrets, and this has happened. My mining lasers are just... They are derping out the way they usually do if you wander too far from what they're mining, so forget everything I said and being so impressed. Apparently that is still an issue. I am incredibly disappointed by that. Oh well, someday, maybe someday this will be fixed, but again, not right now. Though the weapon turrets did actually feel like they were behaving better, so maybe I'm just imagining things. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, hello, hostile smuggler. I didn't even try to contact you. I just wandered past and it said, hello, do you want to do this? So, yeah, no. Because I happen to know that I don't want to pick that up again until I've gone and visited that mysterious friend that I unlocked in the previous video. And that is still a long, long way off. And whoops, I just... Yeah. Actually, that was semi-deliberate. Forget the whoops. It was like, ha, flick it with my tail. This ship definitely has a tail. Sure. Okay, where to next then? Let's see. Any interesting blips on my radar? Not really seeing any, but... Oh wait, there's one over there. Let's go to that one. In search of riches and fame and fortune, but mostly just minerals to continue to shape my craft. Because that is specifically what I'm looking for. I am very confused. Maybe it's just weapon turrets only. Because I don't know if you were watching right at the start there when I started speaking. The turret on my forward right corner was not firing, but the rear turrets over here were. The rear turrets were in range of the targets. This front one was not, and it was holding its fire, so... Maybe there's been a partial turret upgrade or something? I don't really know, but... The weapon turrets do feel like they are handling better. If they were handling the way they had before, this forward corner turret here would have been firing along with those two turrets on the back. But it was not. And yeah, suddenly that one on the right side there is firing as well, so... Colour me very confused. I am not sure what's going on anymore. But I just can't stop hoping that this has actually been changed. So that's why I keep mentioning it. I just keep hoping. I just keep hoping. I don't have enough hope as it is these days, so having something to hope for is incredibly nice. And it makes me feel all sad inside as well. How strange. Oh no, they tore a chunk out of my armour! Well, to be fair, I had some incredibly weak corner pieces in my armour, but still, that's... You bastards! You damaged my ship! You will feel my wrath, because now I... well, I was specifically going to just mine and then jump away as soon as my drives were charged and things, but now I am honestly going to stick around and kill you all! So congratulations! You have been promoted in my view of the world. You are now worth killing. Oh, that is such a horrible thing to say, but it's also true. I am going to stick around and kill all these buggers. They dared to damage my ship. Because there's a tiny chink in the armour just over there and it broke. So, You know, it's strange. I've never really used this strategic overview mode much before. But now I've got my craft sitting here, chewing on an asteroid, my guns are firing on a pirate group that's attacking the sector, and they're done, so I'm going to send those over to attack that. At least I should do. Hang on. Them. Right. Attack that one, please. And the rest of you can go and attack that one as well. So I'm actually using the strategic overview mode to guide my fighters around. Or I would be if I was actually doing it properly. Attack that, please. Mining beta. Are you going to... What? What? Why is this not working anymore? Suddenly they don't want to. Oh, this is strange. Hang on. Get back into this. Thank you. Will you guys actually do that now? Yeah, suddenly it's working again. Okay. That was strange. It was working, then I started to talk about it, then it wasn't working, and then I've come back out into here and it is working again, but that was very, very strange. And you can see how concerned I am about these pirates, can't you? As in, not. At all. So yeah, I think there might be a few bugs in this mode as well, but I can definitely use it to rearrange what my ships are doing, so yeah. Well, when it decides to work, that is. Besides, it's nice to have this view. I also wonder if there's a way to control the camera in this view as well. Don't seem to be. Because part of the problem with this view is that you've got the different bits here, there and everywhere. Okay, let's try and redirect my fighters again. So. Okay, right. So it's a little bit. It is a little bit buggy because as soon as I can lock onto something like that, then I click this and it de-locks the target. But if I've got the commands up, then I lock, then I click it, it does something. This isn't right. Thank you for taking care of those pirates. You are most welcome. I just sat here and did absolutely bugger all because reasons. But yeah, sometimes the fighters listen, sometimes they don't in this mode. So that's a slight bug, definitely. Okay, fighters, back to manual control it is. Off you go. What a strange little bug that is. On the bright side, I'm getting lots and lots of lovely titanium, so I can continue to expand my craft now at this point. I figure this is worth mentioning. It's another bug. When using the block replace transform tool thing, the block transform, let's get this accurate, the transform block tool, when you focus on the things to replace, it shows you cost, but if you're in mirror mode, it doesn't take into account the cost of swapping the block on the other side as well, so that's another little thing to be aware of there. Like if I do 700, my reserves have dropped by 1,400, so yeah, that is definitely a thing going on with that. But on the bright side, I've managed to replace all of these with titanium plates instead of iron plates, so a bit more durability and much, much lighter. Always good. Also, why is there battle music going on? I think it's just because of those guys. Yeah, I'm not seeing any other targets. It's just because of those guys. Also, all my fighters have come back, so they can help me with this thing. There's still a lot left to go on this. Come, my pretties. Help the Wurge Osiris feed on this lovely, lovely ore. This rock is not going to survive much longer. Not with all of these craft helping out. Oh, that poor rock. It's starting to get torn apart quite quickly now. So many mining lasers. And I've got enough resources so I can replace that plate as well. So, click. And yeah, as you can see there, it tried to replace that one as well and couldn't. So I was a little bit too eager to do that. Is that titanium? Iron armor transforming. Oh, apparently I've not upgraded that one. Yeah, so that is something to definitely to watch out for. Yeah, all the rest of this is updated. That's why the colour went, because I swapped out from iron to titanium. That is only a temporary piece there, so that iron armour is going to go away when I continue to make my expansion, because I have a plan for this big open space. I'm not going to leave a big hole in my craft. Since this is a pure armour design, that would be far, far too inefficient. Yeah, inefficient's the good word for it. Inefficient in terms of my craft design. So that's replaced. Yep. I'm getting plenty of iron to do further armour expansion. And then I just need to replace this block. There. So yeah, there we go. Okay. No point in replacing that one because that one's just temporary, as I said. So yeah. But still, that is actually about half an hour's worth of recorded footage, because according to my timer, it just went off. So that's where I'm going to call the episode. With once again failing to find that elusive target, the Swocks of bosses. I just can't seem to find him. It's kind of irritating. But I have made some progress this time. Unlike last time, I have actually started to upgrade my craft further, and I am expanding and beginning to roam in the galaxy and play the game, which is always a good thing to do. You know, play the game. I know it doesn't sound like the most hidden thing ever, but it's kind of important thing to do nonetheless. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all some other time. Yeah, I'll see you all later. Feed, my pretties. Feed! Oh, that was already dead. Oh. Okay, sure. Also, we really need better fighter controls. That would be nice.